All right, guys, let's get started. We'll jump right into it. Welcome to Webinar Wednesday. I am one of your hosts here. I'm Jason here on the left, and we're also joined with Gabriel, one of the support specialists at Brilliant Directories. Gabe, thanks for joining us.
Hey there, guys. Happy to be back.
And we're always lucky to have Patrick with us from the Customization Experts. The Customization Experts build specialized tools and extensions for the Brilliant Directories platform. Between Patrick and his team, I don't think there is anyone more well-versed as developers on the Brilliant Directories platform. So thank you, Pat, for joining us today. Oh, Pat's probably on mute. Let's unmute your mic there, Pat. Welcome, Pat.
Thank you, Jason. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. And I always recommend, if you haven't joined our free LinkedIn marketing network, you can do so. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/LinkedIn. If you're on this webinar, you should definitely be part of our LinkedIn group. If you have additional questions after the webinar, you can continue discussions there. Not only myself and Patrick and other Brilliant Directories team members will respond to your inquiries there, but also fellow directory owners. It's a great place to talk about marketing ideas and strategies to grow your online community. So you can go to brilliantdirectories.com/LinkedIn, and I hope to see you guys there. And if this is your first time joining Webinar Wednesday, first and foremost, welcome. It's great to be with you guys here today. The goal of Webinar Wednesday is essentially to help you the best that we can. We understand that working on a platform, if you're new to Brilliant Directories, there's always a small learning curve and a lot of moving pieces. So you can ask any question about your directory website, from how to set things up, designing your site, monetizing your site, how to enhance your SEO. I believe last week we had a lot of questions about search engine optimization, how to encourage more members to sign up to your site. Anything is fair game. If for some reason we're unable to answer your question, hopefully we'll be able to recommend a resource that could provide you with a better answer. We also learn a ton from you guys on these webinars, features that are important to you, finding things that we can make better. So it's a two-way street. We're great. We're so happy to be with you, and these webinars are super awesome. All right, we haven't done this in a while. We do have a contest of the week. We also have a special goodie for you guys who are joining in on this webinar today. The contest of the week is super simple, and everybody's a winner who participates. All you have to do is leave a comment on our YouTube video. I'll show you guys how to do that in just a minute. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/shoutout. Gabe will be kind enough to share a link, a direct link to that in the chat window. You have a chat window there in your GoToWebinar panel. So if you go to brilliantdirectories.com/shoutout, it will direct you to a YouTube video that Pat and I made a few weeks ago about 8 multi-million-dollar directory sites. And what this video covers, I think it's an interesting watch also if you have about 30 minutes. It talks about how some multi-million-dollar sites are actually directory sites when you break them down and look at their essential components. So what you can do is you can scroll down when you're on this page and leave a comment on this video. Maybe you want to share with us what theme you're using on your Brilliant Directories website, or maybe you're using our standard theme that you've kind of made your own. Just let us know what features and tools you like about Brilliant Directories and how you're using it for your site. We'll greatly appreciate that. After you leave your comment, we'll automatically add $50 of credit to your Brilliant Directories account that you can use for add-ons, additional websites, training sessions, and more. So you can go to brilliantdirectories.com/shoutout. You can do that now or after the webinar, and we would greatly appreciate your comments on that video. Thank you so much. All right, and in the previous webinars this year, we talked about a new add-on that we have, which is the lead price by category. And basically what it allows you to do is, if you're selling leads on your website, up until this add-on, you could only set the price of a lead based on somebody's membership level. So premium members would pay $20 for a lead. Basic members would pay $25. With this add-on, you can set the price of that a member pays for a lead based on the category. So leads for lawyers can be more expensive than leads for dog walkers, as an example, or whatever your category structure might be. The reason we want to give this out as a free gift just for this people on this webinar, the offer will expire on February 23rd. The reason we want to do this is since we've launched this add-on, people have been writing in, letting us know that they're generating more revenue from their sites, and their members are actually happier because the price of leads now directly correlates to the category of the lead, which makes perfect sense. We do have a page so you can learn more about this on the Brilliant Directory site. You can go to our add-ons library and you'll find lead price by category. Normally it is $20 per month. If you're part of the VIP add-ons club, you need not worry. You already have this enabled on your site. If you don't have it enabled on your site, you can email addons@brilliantdirectories.com. They'll make sure that it is enabled on your site if you're a member of the VIP add-ons club. And if you look at this picture here, essentially what it does is it adds an extra field when you're editing your categories to enter the price for that lead. Is there anything you want to add about that, Pat?
No, that about covers it. And yeah, I agree. It's about one of the more useful add-ons like we discussed in the last webinar. What I like most is not necessarily how much you can charge, but the fact that you can give away some leads for free, specifically to industries that wouldn't understand having to pay for a lead, like perhaps a hair salon or a bakery, and somebody just trying to contact them to put in a small order or book an appointment. So it's really a fantastic add-on.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, that's a huge thing with this is you can set the price to $0, and for certain categories, it does make sense to just charge nothing and let the message that the visitor is trying to send to the business get there for free. So you can email events@brilliantdirectories.com. Just include a link to your website in that email so we know which website to add that add-on for. We'll make a note that you have this add-on for life for free. And you need to do that before February 23rd. And again, if you're part of the VIP add-ons club, you don't need to worry about it. You get all the add-ons that we keep launching added to your website for free. All right, we're going to talk about a little short topic today on how to feature members on your homepage. If you didn't know, I believe this is a standard feature with Brilliant Directories. You can handpick specific members to showcase and display on your homepage. And there are a lot of benefits for this, being able to handpick members. Before I get into the benefits, let me just show you what's happening on our demo site. This is a demo bootstrap, and this is our demo site. There is a way to stream your most recent members on the homepage. I think most of you are more familiar with this, where it will simply show your most recent members on the homepage. But if you didn't want to use this widget and you wanted to handpick members for your homepage, you can definitely do that, and I'll show you in just a moment. Now, Pat and I were chatting before the webinar to come up with some of the benefits of featuring members. And Pat, do you want to kind of go over this list and how we came up with these top 5 benefits for featuring members on the homepage?
Absolutely. So the first and foremost, of course, is that this is a great way to be able to generate a little bit more revenue for yourselves. Obviously, having a listing on the homepage is really the top exposure you could want to have on any website. So this is some prime real estate that you'd be able to have a special membership level specifically for these high-end customers that could be listed on your website. Another thing that I like using it for is to feature your top members. So if you're starting out, maybe it's going to be a little bit difficult to charge your members for that, but what you can do is you can still leverage this tool and feature what would be your top members, whether or not, and this ties in a bit to point 5 as well, whether or not they actually signed up on your website. So when I start a new directory, I usually try to find a couple of brands that people can recognize, and I will add them as a featured member on my homepage so that people can see, wow, this particular company or this particular professional is advertising on this website, and it's a featured listing. So that might help get more people signed up on my website. Another good use is in a sales presentation. When you're showing the highlights and the features of your particular website, it's nice to have a couple of showcase profiles. similar to demobootstrap.com. They want to make sure that they can show off all of the features that are available to your members. So you can use one of these profiles, maybe it could be a friend that you know or a business that you have connections with, and really add a ton of content. So whatever features you have available, videos, coupons, properties, whatever you've opened up to the public, you're going to want to make sure that they have a couple posts in each so that the business owners can understand what they can do. Usually spending time on a profile that's complete is the easiest way for them to digest what it is they're going to be able to post on your website. It's hard to talk about it and explain it and from the paint a picture in their heads. But if you can take them to a showcase profile like this, then they'll be able to, the sales presentation should go much more smoothly. And having that as a showcase listing on your homepage will make that presentation go smoothly as well. And I forgot my my best one, Jason, number 4, limited supply and a sense of urgency. So when you're doing a sales pitch, and we've covered this in a few other webinars, if there's an unlimited supply of anything, then there's no sense of urgency, which means it's very easy for the buyer or the business owner to say, thank you very much for your time. I'll think about it and I'll get back to you. Anybody that's tried to sell, they've definitely encountered that rebuttal. But if you're selling a premium spot on the homepage and there's already 4 spots taken up, and you can physically show them that there's only 1 more spot left, and if they sign up today, then they can lock that in for them and you're not going to sell anymore. That is going to create a sense of urgency for you to get a couple of larger sales out of the gates. Oftentimes, like we said, you can charge a premium for these. So just by selling those 5 featured spots or 8 featured spots or however many you add on your homepage, you can easily finance the salary of a full-time staffer in your company.
Yep, and then lastly, you can increase your credibility. You can show your most prestigious members on the homepage. So if you're a new site and you're adding your first 100 members yourself, maybe you're adding some people who are noteworthy in the industry you're serving, you can feature them right there on the homepage for everyone to see, and that will immediately add value and credibility to your brand. So what we're going to do now is let me show you exactly how you can feature individual specific members on your homepage. So let me go back to the homepage here on the demo site. And here we're just using we're just streaming the most recent members as they signed up. So if we go into the admin area, you want to head on over to your design settings. This is where you select the different types of content you want to stream on your homepage, as well as some other design elements. In this case, we want to go to the homepage layout. And my favorite part of the design settings is this, the homepage section order, and that's exactly where we want to go right now. When we go to the homepage section order, we can see the different types of content we're streaming on the homepage. Number 2 is the recent members. Number 3 is we're showing categories. Number 4 is the about website and join offer text. And then we're also showing recent member articles with sidebar. Let me turn this one off first, the show recent members. So it's just the homepage should just jump from homepage hero divider directly to the top category. So let's just wait about 20 seconds for this to save. Actually quicker than that, just a few seconds. All right, now let's visit the website. And we can see now it goes directly to search popular categories. So we're not showing anything there now. Now let's replace this with the show featured members. Okay, and let's save the changes again. So that's show featured members. All right, and let's refresh the homepage again. And you'll notice we're not seeing anything here. Pat, do you know why we're not seeing anything here, even though we've selected show featured members?
Because we have not selected any featured members, perhaps?
Exactly. So because these are hand-picked members, we need to specifically hand-pick these members. And let me show you how to hand-pick the members to be featured on the homepage. So now that we've set this as one of the sections to display on the homepage, we can leave this area. I'll just hit save again just in case. Then what we want to do is go to our search members area, where we can see all the members of our website. So what we can do is, now that we have the members, you can search for the members that you want to showcase. So let's start with Elite Golf Academy. Let's say you have a lot of members, you want to search for your members. So let me just search for Elite. Okay, so we have a few businesses with the name Elite, and I want to showcase Elite Golf Academy because they just paid me $250 to be showcased on the homepage for 30 days. Just as an example. Now this is manual, so at the end of 30 days or whatever time you're setting them there for, you could just set yourself a reminder to rotate people there accordingly. So let me go back. I think I did that a little quick. So under the Actions drop down, there is an option called Quick Edit. So you can click on Quick Edit. And among other options here that you can do a quick edit on the person, under listing settings, there's 3 tabs up here. Under listing settings, the first option is homepage featured member order. So you can choose what order you want to feature members. So let's put this person as position 1, and we'll save the changes. And I'll close this. So now this guy should show on the homepage. I'm going to refresh the page now. And here we go. Here he is on the home page. And what's really cool about this is you can actually add a title to kind of make these members more prestigious. So let me show you how to add a title up here as well. And then we'll add a couple more members here. So here you can choose, we're back to the design settings. You can choose the homepage section order. And if you toggle this closed, my second favorite tab in the design settings are the homepage section order options. These are settings for the different section orders, like your recent events. You can choose what order to display them. And if you click on this checkbox here, it will only show you the sections that you're actually using on the home page. So in this case, featured members. And you can add a title here. So you can say something like our most trusted members, something that really makes these members feel special to visitors who are coming to the website. So you can call it spotlight members, recommended professionals, whatever makes sense for your industry. So now if we refresh the homepage one more time, we have a title here that says our most trusted members. Now let's add a couple more people here in positions 2 and 3. So let's just go back to search members. And I'll just randomly choose some of these people here. We can choose the Pro Tennis Academy. So I'm going to do the quick edit listing settings, and I'll put her in position 2. I'll save that, and we'll scroll down. And everyone likes candy, so we'll do Sugarman Candy. Quick edit his profile, go to listing settings, and position 3. And I'll save those changes. And I'll close this tab. And we'll refresh the home page. And I'll scroll down a little bit. And you can see now, these are our most trusted members. So you can definitely charge a premium for these spots. It can be more than 3, it could be 6, whatever makes your home page look nicer. And Pat's absolutely correct. If you have 2 people here and there's a 3rd spot, you can say that there's a sense of urgency. There's only 1 spot left. If you want to lock in for March, I'm going to need your payment as soon as possible. So you can motivate people to lock in these very limited space spots.
I've also seen business owners use this as top contributors, and they've sent out newsletters to their active member base, and they say whoever posts the most articles this week will be highlighted as a top contributor for the whole month of March. So it's a content contest. Wow, it's hard to say. It's a content contest for their members, and the reward is being featured on the homepage as a top contributor. And that takes care of the point we said earlier. You have great demo profiles. Now remember, the demo profiles are used on a sales pitch, but also your website visitors that are coming to the homepage, they're going to be checking stuff out. So you want to make sure if they click on a profile on the homepage that they're seeing the true benefits in an active listing when they're seeing a member profile.
That's right. So after you're done golfing and after you're done playing tennis, you're definitely going to want to visit Sugarman Candy Shop here. So we've picked actually 3 good people to showcase. But I love that, Pat. Make it an incentive. You don't have to charge. Just you can make an incentive for your members who are contributing the most articles or the most content to your site, whether it's photo albums. You can reward them by featuring them on the homepage. That's great.
These are great conversations because, again, it's all about building relationships. So once you've selected your top contributors, you can make it 9, whatever you like. It's a great phone call to make. Oftentimes, sales don't come from starting off the call trying to sell them something. It's just a conversation you're having with the person on the other end and having something positive to say, like, thank you very much. We see you added some content on your profile. We really appreciate it. Want to let you know that we're going to be featuring your listing on our homepage for the entire month of March. It's a great way to get to know that person on the other end of the phone, build a relationship, and oftentimes those can lead to somewhere that allows you to make a sale in some way, whether it's advertising, a premium listing, auxiliary services, or whatever other opportunities that present themselves.
Absolutely. So this is a feature that's available to all of you. So you can find out members today that you want to feature on your homepage. Reach out to them, let them know that you're thanking them for being part of your site, and that should help you with some of your marketing efforts. All right, good stuff there. And now it's the most fun time of Webinar Wednesday, your questions and our answers.
All right, this comes up quite a bit. I've been working on behind the scenes here to try to prep for this, but I think I'm ready. So if you want, you can pass the controls over to me, and we get this quite a bit, this question.
You got it, Pat.
Right. So one of the questions we get often is how, and somebody just asked the question asking us for customization in order to control what posts go live on a website. There's lots of industries where this can come up. And there is a workaround that doesn't involve any customizations that is useful. It's a little bit of manual work, of course, but it is exactly what you'd want it to be. So you're going to make sure that no events and no classifieds or no blog articles get posted by members with inaccurate content or perhaps content that just doesn't go in line with the brand of your website. And I'm going to show you how you can do that. So basically what you need to do, and if we log in actually as a member, and we're going to go ahead and do that, you're going to see that most of the posts have an option to publish or not to publish. Of course, it needs to be set to yes for it to be live on the front end of the website. If it's set to no, then it's basically a draft mode. So what we need to do here is we need to remove the ability of a member to publish the article. And we can easily do that by going into the Forms Manager. And I may have gone one step too far there. My apologies. We're going to go identify. I'm going to do it for the events, feature. I need to find out first in the events feature what is the form, and if I go into the edit post settings, I can identify that the form that's being used is the events form. Makes sense. Most times Brilliant Directories have the feature name matching and the form name. So now if we go into the Forms Manager, I just need to find the events form. I'm going to click edit. And you're going to see here where it says publish post status. It used to have a yes or no field. What I've done is I've gone ahead and changed it to a hidden field. So I want to hide this from the member. But what I've done is I've changed the publish to a 0. The 0 is what is submitting. That means a no for the database. A 1 is a yes. So when your member selects a yes, it's actually inputted as a 1. So by putting this as 0, it means that I'm making sure that the member, when they're submitting the post, they're saying publish no.
So Pat, just to, I think on that one, you want to make sure you're doing the default value is 0. That's what's going to save 0 as the status of the published post. So it's going to be draft mode, basically.
Yeah, and I believe in hidden fields, it is the field label that gets put at 0, only when it's a hidden field. In this one instance, but if it's, I put them as both, as you can tell, we're on the webinar. I wanted to be 100% sure, but I'm 99% sure it's the field label when it's a hidden field type. But if I am incorrect and you're building on your website, it may be the default field value as 0.
Gotcha.
So what that does when someone's adding an event, so as you can see, it's publish yes, no. If we go look at the events and we go to add an event, you're going to see that I don't have the option to publish yes or no. But we're going to go ahead. So we're going to go ahead and do one real quickly. So this is a real event.
So you're going to publish an event right now as if a member is publishing an event, but it's not going to go live on the website because it's not set to published. And the website owner can now moderate that content and choose which posts are live on the website and which ones stay in draft mode.
This is exactly what we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and add this event. Of course, as a member, I'm able to view a preview of the event. That doesn't mean it's live. If we go look at the design events, we're not going to see it there. And what you do as the administrator now is you're able to go into manage posts, and manage posts is where a website owner can manage all of the member content in one easy to locate area. We'll go look at the events themselves, and we'll see that they are unpublished, the one I did just now and this new one that we did together on the webinar. So if you, the administrator, want to publish the event, you can check the box and you can scroll down, and it gives you the option to publish that content. So this is something that only the administrator of the website will be able to publish that. So everything worked as planned. I would imagine that the event is now showing in the search results, which is exactly what we wanted to have happen. So the website administrator is able to control the quality of the content on their website. One thing I really like about this is if the member updates it and tries to hack the system and change the content or the image, when they save this form, they're going to be unpublishing their content again, giving the administrator true control over the quality of the content that gets published on their website.
All right,
we did this without any customizations. All right, thank you, Jason.
Not a problem. Yeah, that's a big question people ask when they really want control of their site is, I want to moderate everything my members publish, and by doing this, you're basically taking away the power from your members being able to set their posts to published.
Now, mind you, in all the years I've been doing this, I have to be honest, I have not seen one instance where anybody's ever had the bad luck of having content published that they didn't want to have there. But I do understand this feature if you're an association, if you work with children, if there's certain institutes where one post could really damage your brand. I do understand in that setting, but it's not something that I would recommend most people micromanage, because hopefully there'll be a lot of content and you won't have to have someone on staff monitoring that content.
Good point there. All right, let's take a call here. Wendy, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. You caught me eating, though.
That's okay.
Yeah, I wanted to find out more about the affiliate software that can be added to this directory, if it's still available.
Yeah, so there's a lot of affiliate solutions out there. I'm just going to do a quick search for affiliate software, and I'll show you kind of how you can implement some of these. So actually, there's a whole list of affiliate software here. So
you used to have iDev connected somehow to this directory?
Yeah. So I'll explain to you exactly how that works. So affiliate software, if you're not familiar with, for those of you out there, are people who refer traffic to your site, and if a member signs up and pays, you can reward them with a small finder's fee for whatever the amount is that the member signed up. Usually it's percentage based, like 10% or 15 or 20. So if someone signs up for $10, then they'll get $2 of that, and that incentivizes the affiliates to send traffic to your site. In order to make the whole process successful, you need to track when a sale is happening based on a visitor that an affiliate sent. Let me just show you whichever one of these affiliates you choose to sign up with. Wendy, essentially what they're going to do is they're going to give you a little piece of tracking code. And that tracking code needs to go on the success page after a member signs up, whether it's a free sign up or a paid sign up. And let me show you exactly what that tracking code is. If you go into your widget manager, and if you type in conversion, there is what's called a Bootstrap theme conversion tracking codes widget. Okay. And we have documentation on this in the documentation, the knowledge base that we have. But if you edit this, and I'll just edit this here, basically you'll see some code here, and share a sale is one type of affiliate. You can enter the tracking code here, and you just put your snippet in this, whatever code they give you, you just put it in here, and then this is rendered after somebody signs up to your site. So it'll automatically track a successful payment, for example, and then obviously it knows which affiliate sent that traffic to your website. Now, what's important with this tracking code is no matter what affiliate tracking software you use, they're going to want you to put what the value of the transaction was, so they know if it was $100 or $50. And this right here, it's already in here for you. You don't have to do anything, but I'm just going to copy and paste this out of here. This variable here, this B amount plus B initial amount, this is the value of the sale. So when the affiliate software is trying to determine how much was that sale for, this is the Brilliant Directories variable that's going to let them know. And then also with any affiliate tracking software you use, they want you to have a unique identifier for that sale. In this case, we use the member's user ID because that is unique to each member who signs up to your site. They have a unique ID. It'll never be the same ID number for each member. So we use the member's user ID as the variable for the unique tracking identifier. So those are the two variables most affiliate solutions are going to ask you to put into the snippet, and it will dynamically change upon each successful transaction, and it'll track how much the sale was for and which member it was for also.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Is there an affiliate software program that you recommend?
I like ShareASale, and I'll tell you why. ShareASale has a one-time fee of $600, which is pretty hefty, I think, but the value of it is ShareASale has a huge network of affiliates who are always looking for new programs to join. So the reason I think it's worth it is, one, it's a one-time fee. Two is you don't have to work so hard to find affiliates for your program. You can just create the program in ShareASale, and you can choose what category of product your website is or your solution is, and people will start adding you as an affiliate. I'll show you an example. Us as Brilliant Directories have a ShareASale account, and I'll log in here real quick.
Okay.
Give me a moment. And I log in from time to time. Let me just log in here to ShareASale. All right. And under affiliates, you'll see it says pending affiliates. I don't know if we have any right now because I think we just updated it. There's no pending affiliates, but I just did this yesterday. But people are going to find your program and request to join your program. So if you log in weekly, you'll just see new people who want to join your affiliate program, and you can see if they have good reviews or bad reviews. Another issue with affiliates is that sometimes they can take advantage of your site and exploit your affiliate program in certain ways. So what's good about ShareASale is you can see, who has good reviews and bad reviews as an affiliate. Yeah, you can use ShareASale, or you can find any other one of the dozens and dozens of affiliate solutions out there.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good question there. And there's some free ones out there too, so it just depends what you guys want to use. All right, let's go on to some more questions here. All right, we got Martin on the line. Martin, how are you today?
Pretty good. How's it going?
It's going well. Thank you.
Yes, my question today is, I'm aware that you can set up on your account free accounts and also paid memberships. Okay, but I was wondering is if you can set up a free account on a specific attribute. Like, for example, with my orthopedic directory, I want to set up a free account for students and residents. So what would be the best way to do that?
So you're going to have different membership levels, and you want those people to input different types of data into their listing. It's not going to be the same as another membership levels inputting what they're inputting. Is that what you're saying?
Well, like you said, not everybody's get a free account only if it meets a certain criteria, which is either they're a resident or they're a student. If they're a student and resident, I want to automatically give them a free account. Is there a way to do that that's easy?
All right. So what I would do with you is with that request is something like like this. Can we go to your site? What's your site?
orthopedicsurgeonstoday.com.
All right. I'll give you a workaround here, okay?
Okay.
Now, if someone's a student, they generally have a .edu email. I had one, when I went to university. So what you can do is this. Let's set up your membership level. Let's set up a dummy membership level. And what do you have? You have 5 products here. I'm just going to create one, new product, and I'm just going to call it student member, okay? And before I do that, I want to do one thing. I'm going to change the email that they get, okay? So when someone signs up, you can choose what email they get after they sign up. It could say, welcome to the site. If it's a free member, generally it says, click this link to activate your account, because with free signups, you want them to prove that it's a real email address. So what I would do for you is, let me find the welcome email. So the welcome basic is this one here. Let me customize this, and we're going to call this new template name welcome student. Okay, so this is going to be welcome basic. It's not letting me type in here. Just a second. All right, for some reason it's not letting me type in there. I think because it's a system email. Let me just create a new email template here. And we're going to call this welcome basic student. Please enter a valid template name. I guess there's some rules here. Let's do this. I think all lowercase as well. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let me just copy what's here. And we're going to say success. It's going to say thanks for requesting to join. Okay, then you're going to write an email that says, thanks for requesting to join our site. You've registered for a student account. Our team will review your profile, and once approved, we will email you to let you know your account is activated. Okay, sorry for the misspellings there. This isn't going to be a final thing, so I'm just going to save this template now, okay? Welcome basics. I'm just going to say welcome student is the email. So you could put whatever, like we're going to moderate your account to make sure it's legit and all this stuff. But what I've done is, generally with a free sign up, they have to click the confirmation link to activate their listing. So what we're doing is they're going to sign up for free, but we're sending them an email that doesn't have that link for them to click to verify their email address to activate their listing on their own. So this kind of goes back into Pat's discussion of you can moderate things on your site. So now that we've done this, let's go back to your products and let's create a new product called student member with .edu email. However, you just give them instructions on what to do. And then for the sign up email, there's a lot of email templates here. We're going to, let me see here. There should be one. Oh, right here's your custom ones are at the top. Welcome student is at the top. So welcome student is the email they're going to get. So let's save the changes. Oh, pricing, it should be free. There we go. Okay. So right now it's set as a paid account. Let me set it to a free account. Pricing, free. So now it's a free account. Obviously, there's tons of other settings to set for the listing. And so now when someone goes to sign up on this page, sure, they can sign up, they'll be able to create their profile, but it'll remain inactive. So let me just sign up here, jason@lmu.edu. And what your team can do is see if you can add instructions for them to sign that this is only if you have a .edu email address. Looks like you need a security check on your free sign up forms here, and I see why. you need to set up your Google reCAPTCHA on this site. There's instructions here, and that'll get the reCAPTCHA working. That protects your sign-up forms from spammers. But after you do this, your team can go in and check that it's a .edu email address. You can come, and then let me show you the last step here, Martin. Let's see, my browser is kind of going slow here. Now there we go. So when you're in your members, I'm just going to change this. When someone signs up and they're inactive, it's going to look like this. Let me just show you real quick. They're going to be, and it's going a little slow. They're going to have a big pink they're going to be in pink here. They're not active. So the email address will be here, and you guys can see who's active. What you can then do is quick edit them, set them to active. All right. And then what I like to do is, because you're doing this manually, is you can then have another email. I'm just refreshing it so you see this pink goes away. Is have another email. You can send the member an email, create another custom email that says, hey, your account's been activated. You can now, you're now searchable on our site. You can select the right email template here. So here's your custom website templates. And then you have one that says, like, your account is active on our site.
So basically, the students, I'm using the .edu as a reference to know if they're an actual student or not. And like I said, if they have the edu, I got to do it manually. I send out an email, and then that's how I determine whether to verify the free account.
Exactly. And then any other members that you want to kind of moderate them, it doesn't have to be based on their email. You can tell them, hey, complete your profile, and your team will review it, and you can then manually activate it yourself.
Okay. And I just have another question too. I believe I have some time left in my add-ons club. But do you have some type of billing platform that your members can log in and pay their bill or adjust their credit card or whatever they want to do, or is that just all manually done?
Yeah, they should be able to. Let me just log in as a member here real quick. I don't think we'll see.
Well, besides my website, I'm talking about on Brilliant Directories too.
Yeah, there is a link. If you email the support team, ask them, can I have a link to log into my billing? And you can download your past invoices from Brilliant Directories. You can see if you have any unpaid invoices, and you can update your credit card on file also. Just email the support team and ask them for log into your billing account.
Okay, cool.
All right. All right. Thanks, Martin.
You're welcome. Enjoy your night. Thanks.
You too. All right, good question there about how to moderate members who sign up to the site. That comes up quite often as well. And really the trick is you don't let them click the activation link in the email template that they get. All right, Jeff, we'll move on to Jeff in Australia.
Hi, how are you this morning?
Good.
Well, it's morning here anyhow.
And it's just about late afternoon here.
Okay, just a small question. In the managing or searching members, the list of members, I now see since probably the last couple of months, IP in a blue box on some of the members that have joined.
Yeah, can we check out your site?
Yes, mysouthwest.com.au.
All right. So there's a lot of things we do to try to prevent spam coming through your website. It's the nature of any website, no matter what type of website you have. So in order to prevent spammers from soliciting or filling out all your web forms, let's see here. You said you've seen the block IP.
Yeah, it should be on the first page. There should be one or two.
Let's see here. Here we go. So there's an option to block the IP.
I understand that. Why does it come up on some and not others? And does it have an effect on the actual member from doing things or us doing anything?
If this is someone who's posted, I don't know what. Let me log in as this member. Let's see what happens here. Don't know exactly why you're seeing it for some members and not. It might have something to do based on their login date. Let me see, I just logged in. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why it's showing for some members and not. It should show for all the members. Perhaps it wasn't able to track this person's IP address for some reason. The system wasn't able to pick up the IP address, so that's why it's not an option there. But in case this goes back to moderating your site. If there's a member if you notice that someone has added like 10 free signups, free listings on your site, and it's all coming from the same IP address, you can block the IP, and whoever's house that is or office, it'll prevent them from even accessing your website anymore.
Yeah, I understand that. It's just the randomness of this block that sits there was my concern.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Actually, that's a good question. Let me ask the support team. Why does block IP only show up for some members? I'm assuming it hasn't picked up the IP address for some reason for some of the members. See, we're seeing it for these two here. I'm not quite sure about that. I know it's a new feature we implemented. Want to make sure it's working properly, so we'll check it out. But I'll look into that for you.
All right. There's just another quick one. I asked this once before, and it came up today when Patrick discussed about how to monitor blogs and stuff like that, where you use the manage posts area. You were looking into perhaps doing some changes in there and getting rid of post tags and putting dates and a few other things. Is that something that could be happening or not?
Yep, that is something we're going to kind of redo this page a little bit to put you more in the driver's seat with regards to the to what you're seeing here.
Yeah, that would be great. You know, and sorting by dates or something like that at the top. You know.
Absolutely. So yeah, this page is going to get it's good the way it is, but we're going to add a few more kind of bells and whistles to really make it complete. So definitely looking into updating this page.
All right. Thank you very much for everything.
All right, our pleasure. Thanks for joining us, Jeff. All right, we got, let's get Blair on the line here. How you doing, Blair?
I'm doing well, Jason. Thank you.
All right.
I started yesterday with AdSense and placing the embedded code on my banner ads or my banner locations in the dashboard. And right now, the ads are only appearing in my footer banner. Although I put the code in both the small banner ad and the below header banner ad. I'm not sure if that's something I'm not doing right or...
Let's take a look. Yeah, what's your site?
Thestage.com.
All right, let's take a look together. And I'll mention a couple things about Google AdSense and banners as well. So recently, Google AdSense has pushed an update. They're wanting people to add what's called an ads.txt file to their sites. Have you added that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good. Let me check out your Google Ads here. And so you said it's working in the footer. Here's a Google ad right here. And let's go to like a search results page. Okay, so it should be showing in the header here and in the sidebar. Is that what's missing?
No, the header and the header banner ad, and then the small header banner ad.
A small header banner ad. All right. So let's go to your design settings. In order to get the small header banner ad, this one is a little buried, but it's under the header design in the design settings. Mm-hmm. Under show header search, you want to do hide search show banner ad. So let's save those changes. And what that's going to do is it's going to add it up here in the top right corner. Have you customized that widget by any chance? Let's save the changes here. So, all right, you see the space just increased here?
Okay. Yep.
All right, you got a banner ad there. Now, Google has different sizes for banner ads. It just depends who they're serving the ad for. But Google will always do their best to fit the ad for the ad space. So sometimes you might see an ad that's like this, or that takes up more space. Now, what's the second ad? The below header?
Yep.
All right, let's see what's going on here. So you do have your ad code here. It's the same ad code as the footer, correct?
Correct.
All right, let's use the show widgets feature here. Oh, can I do something before I show that real quick? Guys, we gave a preview before. We've launched the new text labels editor. So if you click on text labels here, you should get this black box here, and you can easily, you see all the yellow text here. This is all default text for your site. You can easily change what it says. So this says contact now. You can say, I'm not going to change it on your site, Blair, but you can easily see the text, and you can save your changes right on the front end of your site. So you don't have to go in the admin to change your text labels anymore. So this is just a little bonus thing live. And let me hide the text labels now. And I'm going to do the show widgets now.
Okay.
I want to see if you have your header customized. So yeah, it looks like this is not loading here, and I'm going to assume it's because you have your header customized right here and you're not getting the correct code. So let me just do something for you here. Let me pop this guy here. Let me hook you up right here, Blair.
Okay.
Yep, see we're missing this here. Let's save the changes. And we should see the code on the site now. So let me hide the widgets. And you have now a space up here. You see that?
Yeah, there it is.
So now you got banners loaded on your site here. You're ready to monetize.
Perfect.
All right. Is that good?
Perfect. Great, Jason. I appreciate all your help.
You're very welcome. Glad to help. All right. So Blair has his ads on his site now. Very good. Right. Let's go to Colette. Colette, I've unmuted your microphone.
Hi, Jason. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you. How can we help you today?
Jason, I started my directory as a local directory for our little town, but I now I'm considering expanding it to cover our whole district.
Okay.
The problem is the district is not searchable on Google Maps. It's only the town and then the region, which is even larger. What do you suggest in terms of changing the name? And I'm worried more about the SEO and how it's going to affect that as well.
Okay. What's your current site?
Do you have any suggestions? It's rollistondirectory.co.nz.
And let's go to your site. So Rolliston is a district.
Rolliston is the town.
Okay.
Selwyn is the district. And Canterbury is the region. So I'm wanting to change it to Selwyn, but Selwyn is not searchable on Google Maps. I don't know if that's going to make a difference.
So the biggest one is a region.
Correct.
Then there's a district.
Yep.
Excuse my spelling here. And then the smaller one is the town.
Yes.
Okay. And Rolliston is a
town.
And you want to expand to include what?
The district.
And the district is called?
Selwyn.
How do you spell that? Selwyn?
S-E-L-W-Y-N.
Okay, very proper. Selwyn is the district. So let's and let me ask you, how many towns are in the Selwyn district?
Probably a dozen small towns.
A dozen small towns. Okay, let's actually Google that for a moment. Selwyn District Wikipedia. Okay, let's go downtown. Okay, there's nothing here. I'm just trying to look. Okay, is this the Selwyn District here? And these are the different towns, yes. This map here?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, are they the wards? Is that what the towns are wards?
No, it's very complicated.
Okay.
Wards make up a few towns.
Okay. Well, the name of the website is Rolliston Directory. So you're already getting some value from Google with that. Let's Google Rolliston directory and see what comes up. Okay, so you're number 1 for Rolliston directory. So firstly, I wouldn't recommend changing your domain name or doing anything silly or foolish with your SEO, because you might even if you do everything perfectly, you still run the chance of compromising all the good value you've built for your site. So what I would do is I would keep this directory, and I would actually recommend starting another directory. Obviously, it's going to be more broad for Selwyn district. And you can call it Selwyn directory. And just follow the same model you've followed for the Rolliston directory. You can showcase the different towns that should join your site, the businesses that should join that are part of the Selwyn County. And what you can do is, because this site is doing well, is you can add a link to the Rolliston directory. Let me show you something cool that someone did. I wonder. This is an e-commerce site, but I want to show you what they did. This is.
And real quick before you go there, Jason, just take two. Oh, it's too late. Sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I wanted to just show how she did a great job in that Google with the Google Places, in case people are wondering what she did there on the right-hand side.
Look at this.
So she submitted that to Google, and Google they verify that, but you get a lot of SEO power and weight when you do that. I think you did a fantastic job, and you're definitely getting a lot of traffic from that, and that's one of the things that really helps you go to the top of the list. So congratulations on getting that there.
Thank you.
So what you can do is, so this is a e-commerce site. Don't mind the nature of the content. Now, what they did is, if you notice at the top of the site, this is a site for model ships. They have another website for nautical decor. It's very similar. It's now this is a totally different website, but it focuses on nautical decor. Then they have another website that's beach decor. But what they've done is they have different web properties, and they allow you to toggle between them. So you can have your Selwyn directory as the main one, and then as you add new properties, have them available at the top there. That kind of helps integrate your whole network, let's call it. And eventually you've had great success with Rolliston directory and ranking. There's no reason why slowly over time you shouldn't do that if they're large enough, the other towns, because you've obviously demonstrated that you've done well. You're ranking number 1 for Rolliston directory. I'm curious, I don't think you're number 1 for this, but let me search Rolliston business. Actually, you are number 1 for Rolliston business, which is huge. So if you can follow the same formula, and also for businesses, Rolliston businesses. So you're number 1 ahead of all these other sites. And what you can do is you can, over time, it just requires a small customization to create these links at the top of all the websites. And you can have a whole network of sites. I even think this clothing, even Gap does it. So this is a clothing company in the States, Gap. They link to their other ones, Old Navy. These are other brands, and they let you toggle between them at the top. So as you grow your network of sites, you can actually link them at the top, and that way you don't compromise any of the SEO value you've built with this website.
Great. Okay. And that sounds like a good idea.
Okay. So yeah, I would keep this site, don't mess with it, and just start a new directory, because obviously this has already tremendous SEO value, and you don't want to do anything to compromise it.
Super. I appreciate that. Thanks very much, Jason.
You're very welcome, Colette. All right, that's a good example of a local directory here, and she's looking to expand now. Good search engine optimization there. Let's continue with some more questions. How are we doing on time, Pat?
We're doing good.
Yeah, okay.
We could take a few more questions.
All right. I see 4 Daniel Marsbands logged in. Let's see. I think this one is the one. All right, Daniel.
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yeah, actually, my name's Carol. I think that you've connected with me.
Okay. It looks like I've unmuted a Daniel Marsban. Let's see here. So you didn't have a question, Carol?
I definitely have a question.
Oh, go for it.
And I wondered whether I could give you the details of my site and whether you could have a quick look at a couple of things that I have problems with.
Sure. What's your site?
It's called Individual and Relationship Counselling. The actual site is called counselingtrust7.org UK.
And what's one of the problems with your site?
If you have a look and you tap on the part where it says individuals at the top on the bar, what I've done is I've put underneath a whole load of reasons that people come for counselling. So I'm kind of using that category thing, the individuals part, to show up reasons people come. And what it shows up is the tag details and the date. That's it. That's right. And it shows up the posted on, and it shows up on my one. It shows up some further details. But I wondered if there's a way that you can take that off.
Sure. So here's on the search results. Do you want to remove the posted on here, the date?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other question I have that you might want to do at the same time is just underneath, and this is just nonsensical garbage that I put on there just for I'm testing it. But it says highly sensitive person, people, and then it says to be highly sensitive is not a mental health issue, but it only does 1.5 lines, and I wondered whether it's possible to make that maybe 4 lines.
Absolutely. Ask and you shall receive. Let me help you out with that. So what I'm going to do is edit the post settings. And this is the blog, and by default it shows the posted by date. So and you also don't want the posted by to show on the actual page where you're reading information, correct? Reading the information.
Yes, that's right.
All right. So first is I'm going to get it just in here. This is the code that displays. So the limit words, I'm going to increase this to 300. That'll increase the length of the description that it's showing. And let me remove this for you, which is the date. Okay. And let me just save those changes. And let's see if 300 is a good amount. We don't want too much, but I see what you mean about the 1.5 lines. So the posted by date is gone, and now it's going to 3 lines, and then it's saying ... Is that acceptable? Do you want to show more?
No, I can do that from there. I would like to show a bit more, I think, but I think that you've saved my life. Thank you.
Okay. Now let's
time to work.
Let's do the detail page now. So we'll get rid of the posted on here. And do you want to show the category that it's been posted in?
No.
No. Okay, let's click on one of these. So right now it's showing in, so let's remove the category as well. Now what's good about this, let me show everyone a trick. If you're ever messing with your search results code or your detail page code and you've messed something up, there is a restore default code. Here, you just need to find out which feature you want to restore. So in this case, she did her blog articles. You can click on restore default code. So if you happen to mess something up here, if you're getting into the code, you can restore it back to basically our default settings and start over again. So let's check this detail page now. It should be gone up here. Okay, great. Now you just have the title and the description of the article.
Right, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Okay. Is there anything else you need? That was pretty quick.
No, from that I can get I can see how I can do the other ones. That's brilliant. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right. There's one thing I want to do for you. I see you have these links here for contact us and login, but the color you can't see it because of the contrast. Let me update that to white so you can see that a little bit better. Is that okay if I do that?
Oh yeah, it's fabulous. Thank you.
Okay, so that one is the header design, and the link and font color, I'll just set it to white, and we'll save the changes, and then you should be able to see those links up here. It just takes a second to save. There we go.
That's brilliant. Thank you. very much.
You're very welcome. All right. I think we're good there, Pat. What do you think?
I think we're good. Good webinar.
Great webinar. Thank you, Gabe, for working behind the scenes there to answer the chat questions. All right. So get your free gift. Email events@brilliantdirectories.com. You'll get the lead price by category add-on. If you're not a member of the VIP add-ons club, that'll be a great addition to your site. Join the contest of the week. Just leave a comment on our YouTube video. Go to brilliantdirectories.com/shoutout. You'll get $50 of credit added to your account. And if you haven't done so yet, please join our Brilliant Directories LinkedIn group. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/LinkedIn. If we didn't get to your question today, please start a discussion there, and we'll pick up the topics there. The next webinar will be in 2 weeks. Thank you for joining us today. It's been a great webinar, and we hope to see you soon.
Have a brilliant day, everyone.